go to office
Make
hours.
sure you go to class.
Hey guys, here's 10 fundamental things that we wish we had while starting our freshman year in computer science.
Okay.
Hi. Okay.
Hi guys, welcome to our channel. This is GeeksforGeeks. My name is Faith Craig. I'm currently an incoming sophomore at Arizona State University, and I major in computer science with a concentration in cybersecurity.
Okay, and my name is Isaiah Graham. All my friends call me IG, and since y'all my friends, y'all can call me IG. And I'm also studying computer science and an incoming sophomore at Arizona State University.
Basically, we made this channel, GeeksforGeeks, to basically teach you guys the fundamentals of our first coding language that we figured out, or that we learned, which was Java. And so once we learn more coding languages, we'll start teaching you guys the basics so you guys can learn along with us, so that we can perfect this skill and, get this money.
Right.
So.
And also, we want to change the stigma that computer science is made for a certain group of people that live a certain lifestyle, because I'm a dancer, Faith, she's a YouTuber.
Link down below.
Yeah. And we just want to show you guys that if we can do it, y'all can do it. Period. And we also want to be those people that y'all look up to.
Facts.
And that we're going through this journey together. We're right here. So.
Right here. We're going to link our Instagrams in the bio, our Snapchats, our Twitters, our emails. Like, if you guys have questions, let us know.
Hey guys, here's 10 fundamental things that we wish we had while starting our freshman year in computer science.
Yeah, so one of our first keys is time management. When I tell you, being in STEM in general, honestly being in college, you're going to have to learn how to time manage. So if you're watching this before you start in class, get a calendar, a schedule book, and write down all your exams, because they're gonna pop up. Like, they're going to pop up at your party, okay? Like, they're gonna pop up at your party, okay? So
and they say a general rule of thumb is for every credit hour you take, spend 2 to 3 hours a day studying. And especially if you're in STEM, this is true. So make sure you just plan out your day, have a daily planner, and that doesn't mean that you don't have any time for free time.
Oh, but you're gonna have some free time.
Right, but schedule your free time, and
exactly.
that'll help everything go smoothly, so you get the most out of your college experience.
Yeah, and what I would do is I would sit down and code for about an hour or two, like every other day. And no, not even count.
This is so humiliating.
No, first semester I did do this. Second semester kind of slacked off. That's why I got a B, but almost a C. Not gonna talk about that. But basically, like, an hour or two every single day, even if it's just looking over your book.
But it's okay. So one thing that you should do when you get your assignments is look at them and then
read the instructions. Right. Don't try to do step by step. Read the instructions
and figure out how long it's gonna take, and don't try to kill it all in one day, because it's probably not gonna happen. But look at what you have and plan it out for your week, and don't procrastinate.
Because you're probably gonna have a coding assignment every single week. And I mean, it sounds kind of drastic, and it is. I'm not even going. It's pretty drastic, but it keeps you on your toes, and you have to learn these topics really, really fast. So watching our videos, once we start producing them, during the year, it's really gonna help you guys.
Yeah, time management, key number 1. The second key to success is slow learning. Now, we can't stress this one more, because you'll be learning different things, and when you learn them, you have to understand it in a way that
makes sense to you. Because in the beginning, they're gonna obviously teach you the base concepts. And when I tell you these base concepts, it's a base, like imagine you have a pyramid. It builds on, there's levels to this ish, you feel me? I hate it. So basically what we're saying is, like, learn what you can with a solid amount of time that you have in the beginning, because when I tell you it's only going to get more advanced, it really is. And in the beginning, I know, especially if you're about to be in college, if you're watching this, or you're in high school, maybe elementary, you want to play outside or go to a party with Billy and Bob.
Billy and Bob, they're going to be there later.
I promise you, they're not going to die stay in your room and learn these concepts or finish your homework before you go see Billy, Bob, and Sally.
Right. So you gotta take your time, understand it, and if you don't understand it and try to cheat yourself, you're only
hurting yourself, really.
Exactly.
And that's just really on period, because like you with coding, with STEM in general, you have to understand these concepts in the beginning, middle, and end. There's no, you know what, let me slack off, let me not go to class. No.
There's no weeks off.
There's no weeks off, bro. It's STEM. There's
right.
no, this is not
right.
This is not history where you can just be like, all right.
Flashcard it up. No. You gotta be in there, you gotta take your time. And this is key number 2, very important, slow learning.
Key number 3 is you have to use your code in order to learn it. So after an assignment, you basically should be probably not playing video games or probably not going on your phone. If you're riding a bike, you're not going to read instructions on how to read a bike. You're going to go out there, follow a couple times. Same thing with code. You're going to feel a solid amount of times, especially if it's your first time seeing it, because I know it was our first time seeing it and we was just looking at like
L's.
On top of L's. We really try to apply yourself, because you're not gonna get anywhere if you just do assignment and just like let the information leak out of your out of your mind. You have to build.
Exactly. And me, I'm fire at history. I just flashcard it up and I get it. But it's not like any other class. Like, you have to go out there and practice. And even if you finish your assignment, still, we'll drop the links to a couple websites that you can find some practice problems, and then you can go on there, do a couple problems just to understand whatever you're trying to attack, whatever concept you're learning, just that much more, because unless you use it, you won't learn it.
Period. Key number 4, learn by example. Basically what I'm saying is, once you get an assignment, I really want you guys to figure out what the core concept is, or what your professor really wants you to get out of this coding assignment, and look it up on YouTube, look it up on Google, and see what the people that are showing you how to do that concept are doing and how they're getting to their end goal.
Right. And see how their brain works, see what angle they take on how they would solve a problem. And this isn't by any means cheating
at all,
but learn by example, by seeing what they do.
Especially with your coding assignments, because there's going to be plenty. There's going to be, like, there's plenty of fish in the sea. There's plenty of coding assignments that really are going to be hard. So you have to start early, do your research so that you can finish it early and hang out with Billy, Bob, and Sally.
Exactly. And that's on my pinky. Oh,
pinky!
Alright guys, this is key number 5. Now, this one is surround yourself with people who are learning. And a rule of thumb that my dad always told me was that if you're the smartest in your group, you need to get another group.
Get out.
Right. Because being around others who are learning and learning something similar to you is only going to encourage you to do better and learn more.
And it's only going to push you, and that's kind of how me and Isaiah met. Like, when we first linked up to start coding, I was like, dang, like, we learn the same, like, we help each other with different things, but we're not the best, but we're also not the worst, and we both have the same drive to keep us going. So I know, like, we would be coding for like 4 or 5 hours, and like, okay, tomorrow when we link again the next day, you need to be at step number 5. And I'm like, all right. So then, like, I go to the tutoring center and like figure out step number 5, and then like actually understand it, so and then we would like teach it to each other, so that we make sure that we both knew to get to step number 37, because that's how many steps there probably were in that assignment. So basically, like, just surround yourself with people that have that with the same learning, like,
skill level, but not even skill level, because it doesn't matter. It's just being around those who
are gonna push you,
and that's it.
Yeah, and we honestly, end goal, get a house for our mom, and so so like if we can help you guys do that, that's what we're here for. Like, we want y'all to get a house for y'all mom. Y'all mom. So like, that's just really what we're here for. So I mean, if we can inspire you guys to get a major that you guys love, hope maybe it's STEM, and really basically provide for your family. That's what I want to do. So, just get people who really push you, and that's him, and I'm time,
That's facts.
on again.
That's her.
That's it.
All right, guys. So key number 6 is don't compare yourself to other people. Now, this is very important because you're gonna come across people who just get it instantly, who have had exposure to it, and if you look at what they can do, and then if you're still struggling with the concept, it will make you feel very down, very sad, and depressed. And it shouldn't be that. Learning should be something that's fun, exciting,
It's college.
It really is.
You're supposed to learn. If you're struggling, you're gonna feel even greater once you actually understand the concept. You feel me? Because with people that just get it like that, they're like, oh, like obviously that was easy, whatever. And some people will do that, especially for me. I am a black girl, obviously in STEM. And but some people will make you feel bad for learning it so slow. But just be true to yourself and know, hey, I'm here to get this degree. Y'all are too. But I don't care if I struggle because I'm gonna keep at it until I actually understand it. And the more foundation you have, the better understanding you'll have for the exam, and you're probably gonna get a better grade than them eventually. Because that's what happened for me, and I was so excited. Yeah, I was so excited. So yeah, don't compare yourself. Stay true to yourself. And at the end of the day, we're all here to get the degree, and y'all are gonna do it, and we're gonna be here to help you.
Yeah.
Okay, so key number 7 is the tutoring center is your best friend. I know that in the beginning I thought that getting help was a weakness, but in reality it's a strength. It's a strength because you're analyzing yourself and you're like, wow, like I really need help. And you cannot do college alone.
And one key that I used was pulling up to my teacher's office hours. I was in that at least once a week for my CSC 205 class.
Exactly.
It was object-oriented and data structures. And I was struggling with a lot of things, but having that one-on-one time with my professor just helped and made the world of difference. I can't talk.
Yeah.
Difference.
Exactly.
So just having that time, knowing myself and knowing when I needed help and having that relationship with my professor helped a lot. So
he used his resources, and that's why he passed the class.
Right.
You know?
And we're basically paying them to do it. And it's in their job. The people at the tutoring center, that's their job to be there to help you.
Exactly.
And your professors at the end of the day want to see you succeed.
Exactly.
So make sure you build your relationship, make sure your professor knows your name, you know her name.
Exactly.
You go to class and you go to office.
Make sure you go to class.
Make sure you go to class.
If you go to class, fight me. Fight me. But yes, use your resources. Tutoring center is your best friend.
Yeah.
All right, guys, key number 8 is you're grown. So don't make excuses, make improvements.
Period.
And like I said, these professors, they want to see you succeed. If you show up to the office hours, they'll be super helpful, but they're not going to baby you through this whole process.
At all.
And it's time for you to just be responsible.
Step up to the table.
For real.
And there's going to be a lot of stuff going on, especially with college. There's always something else to do other than homework, and you really want to go, but you need to stick to it. Submit your assignment if you can a day earlier, or at least a couple hours. Just sometimes it's close to the deadline, but as long as you get it in, and make sure you're looking at that clock and make sure it's a correct clock. Right. They don't accept excuses, and if it's late by a couple seconds,
it's late.
It's a no late policy, so they're not going to accept it, even if it was completely done. That's happened to us a couple times. So I mean,
strong L's.
Strong L's.
So learn from me. learn.
Learn from his L's, okay? Like turn it in ahead of time. I know it's gonna be hard, and I know you're gonna be like, oh, I just go to this party, then turn it. No, turn it in, then pop up out your party. You know, out with the gang. It's gonna be over. Okay, but yeah, you know, you're grown, so act like it, really. Key number 9 is essentially you need to take breaks when debugging. You might be asking me, Faith, what the heck is debugging? Well, it is the process of identifying and removing errors in your software or hardware. in our case, it is software, and we advise you to take breaks because when you're coding, you'll look and be like, okay, why is my code not compiling? So what I suggest is you take a 30-minute break, go eat a sandwich with some chips, maybe a soda, maybe water, whatever you're into. Come back and you'll look and be like, bruh, I've been staring at a computer screen for so long, I didn't notice that line 67 didn't have a semicolon. So you'll put a semicolon and you'll run it and you'll see that it's producing the output that you need, and it's so rewarding. So debugging is a very tedious process, but if you take your time and take breaks and don't do it all at the last minute, it'll be so worth it.
You heard? I know y'all ready for this video.
Y'all ready?
It's over.
Like, okay, I'm getting tired of them.
All right, guys, key number 10 is find your balance. So with school, work, and your social life, you all have to have those balance. And that's the biggest thing that I can stress for you guys, that school is always going to be there and your friends are going to be there. So just make sure you have your downtime. Me, I love to dance, and while I'm dancing, even though I'm working and sweating, I'm at peace and I'm resting in that moment. And Faith, she's a YouTuber. She loves to edit.
I'm so excited. I love editing stuff. So you know,
she gonna edit this video to the death. To the death.
Exactly. So you guys just need to find something that like brings you peace. If it's hanging out with your roommates or hanging out with even your mom, FaceTiming your mom. Like it's just something that relaxes you, puts you at peace. And just reminds you, like, okay, like, I'm in college, like, I'm an adult now, this is crazy, but I need to get my education, but at the same time, I need to have fun.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so get lit. We gonna get lit.
I literally hate it. So, like we said in the beginning, if we can do it, y'all can do it. Period. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe and look at the links down below for some practice coding problems. Let us know in the comments down below what you guys want us to talk about first with the basics, and just share. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. All right, love y'all.
Peace.
Bye.